William IV had a number of children.
William IV had 10 children with his mistress Dorothea Jordan. George FitzClarence, 1st Earl of Munster, was the eldest child of William IV. He was born on the 29th of January 1794. After his parents separated in 1811, he saw little of his mother. He went on to serve in the army during the Peninsular War and in India. On the 18th of October 1819, George married Mary Wyndham and had 7 children with her: Adelaide, Augusta, William, Frederick, Mary, George and Edward. His father created him 1st Earl of Munster, 1st Viscount FitzClarence and 1st Baron Tewkesbury on the 4th of June 1831. George was unhappy with the provisions made for him and had many conflicts with his father. Ultimately, they became estranged. George gained the rank of Major General in the British Army and held the office of aide-de-camp to King William IV between 1830 and 1837. He was also aide-de-camp to Queen Victoria, his first cousin, between 1837 and 1841. On the 20th of March 1842, George died by suicide. He had struggled with his mental health most of his life, and there has been speculation since that he may have suffered from porphyria, which afflicted his grandfather and other members of his family. Henry FitzClarence was born on the 27th of March 1795 and died unmarried in India in 1817. Sophia Sidney, Baroness Adelaide and Dudley, was born in August 1796. She was the eldest daughter of William IV. On the 13th of August 1825, she married Philip Sidney, 1st Baron Adelaide and Dudley, and had 4 surviving children with him: Adelaide, Ernestine, Sophia and Philip. In January 1837, Sophia was appointed State Housekeeper of Kensington Palace. She died 3 months later in childbirth. She was her father's favourite child, and her death caused her father immense grief. She was remembered as being witty and charming. Lady Mary Fox was born on the 19th of December 1798. She was described as being pleasant. She married Charles Richard Fox on the 19th of June 1824. They had no children together. They lived at Little Holland House before moving to Canada in September 1829, when Charles resumed active army service. When her father succeeded to the throne as King William IV, he was anxious to see his daughter return home and had Charles transferred. In 1837, she published a novel titled An Account of an Expedition to the Interior of New Holland. Lady Mary served as a housekeeper at Windsor Castle during the latter part of her life. She died on the 13th of July, 1864. Lieutenant General Lord Frederick FitzClarence was born on the 9th of December 1799. He was commissioned as an officer in 1814. While captain in the Coldstream Guards, he commanded a small group of guards to act in support of the police with the arrest of the Cato Street conspirators in 1820. On the 19th of May 1821, Frederick married Lady Augusta Boyle, and they had 2 children together, Augusta and William. He gained the rank of Commander-in-Chief of the Bombay Army in 1852. He died on the 30th of October 1854. Elizabeth Hay, Countess of Erroll, was born to Dorothea Jordan on the 17th of January 1801. She married William Hay, 18th Earl of Erroll, on the 4th of December 1820 and had 4 children with them: Ida, William, Agnes and Alice. She died on the 16th of January 1856. Lord Adolphus FitzClarence was born on the 18th of February 1802. He attended boarding school in Sunbury-on-Thames before being sent to sea in 1813. He served as a midshipman aboard Newcastle based in North America and the Mediterranean Sea. He rose through the ranks, reaching the rank of captain in 1824. Once his father became king, he took command of the royal yacht, Royal George. His father granted him and his siblings the rank of a younger son or daughter of a marquess in 1831, enabling him to be titled Lord. He was knighted in 1831. His father appointed him Groom of the Robes in 1830 and a Lord of the Bedchamber in 1833. Adolphus retained command of the royal yacht when his cousin Victoria became queen in 1837, until he was promoted to Rear Admiral in 1853. In 1848, he was appointed a naval aide-de-camp to the Queen and retained the office until his death on the 17th of May 1856. He never married and had no children. Lady Augusta Gordon was born on the 17th of November 1803. In 1818, Augusta and her siblings were granted a pension of £500 each. When her father became king, she and her siblings were allowed to attend court, but their presence annoyed the king's sister-in-law, the Duchess of Kent, who felt the FitzClarences were a corrupting influence for her daughter, Princess Victoria. The king was annoyed by the treatment of his children by the Duchess. On the 5th of July 1827, Augusta married the Honourable John Kennedy Erskine, who was made an equerry to King William in 1830. They had 3 children together, William, Wilhelmina and Millicent. John died months before their youngest daughter was born. Augusta married her second husband, Lord Frederick Gordon, on the 24th of August 1836. They had no surviving children together. They settled into Augusta's residence, but were forced to leave due to Augusta's first husband's parents living next door and being angered by her second marriage. Augusta turned to her father for help, and he granted her apartments in Kensington Palace and the position of state housekeeper. She passed away on the 8th of December 1865. Lord Augustus FitzClarence was the youngest son of William IV by his mistress Dorothea Jordan. He was born on the 1st of March 1805. Augustus had a religious calling, and his father appointed him a chaplain in 1829. That same year he was presented with the vicarage of Mapledurham. A year later he was appointed chaplain in ordinary and chaplain to Queen Adelaide in 1832. He went on to study at Trinity College, Cambridge, receiving his Bachelor of Law in 1832 and Doctorate of Law in 1835. He married Sarah Gordon on the 2nd of January 1845, a relative of his sister Augusta's husband. They had 6 children together: Dorothea, Eva, Beatrice, Augustus, Henry and Mary. Mary was born after Augustus's death. Augustus passed away on the 14th of June 1854. Amelia Cary, Viscountess Falkland, was the youngest child of William IV by his mistress Dorothea Jordan. She was born on the 21st of March 1807. She was nicknamed Millie by her family and married Lucius Cary, 10th Viscount Falkland, on the 27th of December 1830. Their only son Lucius was born on the 24th of November 1831. Amelia died on the 2nd of July 1858. William also had a number of children with his wife Adelaide of Saxe-Meiningen, but none survived infancy. Their first daughter, Princess Charlotte of Clarence, was born on the 27th of March 1819, but died a few hours after birth. Princess Elizabeth of Clarence was born on the 10th of December 1820. She passed away at 12 weeks old on the 4th of March 1821 from interception of the bowels. They also had 3 stillborn children, one born in 1819 and twin boys born in 1822.